Brush modes. Animate supports various brush modes that allow you to quickly color and shade your artwork. In this video, we will go through all the brush modes available in Animate and the roles they play in the process of coloring and shading the artwork. For both Fluid Brush and Classic Brush, you can find the brush modes at the bottom of the toolbar in the Subtools section, and also you can find it under the Tool tab in the Properties panel. Brush modes only work on raw shapes and drawing objects. Let's look at the layer arrangements in this scene. You see the character Luna is on the top layer, the moon is in the middle layer, the rest of the background is in the bottom layer. As said, brush modes only work on raw shapes and drawing objects. In this scene, our character Luna is made up of shapes, while the rest of the backgrounds, including the moon and the window, are drawing objects. So, let's try to color and add some shading to this character using different brush modes. Let us see how the Paint Inside mode works. The brush drawing only affects the fill of the closed region we start with. This won't affect the strokes or other filled areas on the stage. If you start painting on the empty areas, then it will affect only the empty areas of the active layer. As you can see, I'm starting the brush drawing within the closed region of the face area, and the final stroke is rendered within this region, excluding the rest of the stage. Let's continue to paint the rest of the parts in this mode. Let's add a bit of shading here. As you can see, Paint Inside mode comes really handy in shading process. Paint Selection mode. Paint Selection mode only draws on the selected fill region in the artwork. Let's select a few of the objects in our artwork and paint over it. As you see, the brush drawing is rendered only on the selected objects. As we use Paint Selection mode on drawing objects, let's also use it on our character Luna, which is made up of raw shapes. The final brush drawing is rendered only in the selected region in the artwork. Let's continue shading other regions with this Paint Selection mode. Paint Behind mode. Paint Behind mode always renders the brush drawing to the bottom of all the objects and draw shapes in the active layer. Let's try to add glow to the moon, which is in a different layer. As you can see, when I draw over the moon, the brush drawing is always applied to the bottom of all the objects. Let's also try to add some shadow to Luna with this mode. Paint Fills Only mode. Paint Fills Only mode allows you to draw on the overlapping fill region, excluding the stroke or the empty stage area around it. You can see there are two different closed areas, and when you draw over it, the stroke is applied only on the pre-existing fills in this layer, ignoring the strokes and empty regions. Coloring and shading add so much life to the artwork. Knowing these brush modes in Animate, you can plan to structure the artwork and use appropriate brush modes to achieve desired results quickly and efficiently.